Namo Vishnu Padaya Shantishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshakarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshakarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुता पदकमलम् श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपम् साग्रजातम् सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितम् तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतम् परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवम् श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनतारिणम् जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 1, text number 39. कुलक्षये पश्यन्ति कुलधर्मा सनातना कुलं कृष्ण.
With the destruction of the dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligion. In the system,
If the head of the speaker is also not working.
म्हटलं ते थोडंसं keep it a bit away.
If the head of the family is destroyed, then naturally the family lose the experienced guidance and wisdom, and that also gets destroyed. If the head of the family is destroyed, it will cause irreligion in the family. So much Arjuna was concerned to protect the religion, and thus the head of the family should be there in the family. And that is why in the Vedic times, elderly people and the Brahmanas, they are specially protected so that the religion is taken care. So that is the civilized culture, that head of the family should be protected. Elderly people and Brahmanas should be protected. They should be maintained in the family properly. But in the modern times, we find something different. People do not want to maintain the head of the family. People feel that the old people are of not much utility. People consider old people as the burden and they do not want to maintain them properly. This is not right. Head of the family should be maintained, they should be protected so that we continue to receive the experienced wisdom and guidance from them, and thus we are protected in the path of religion. Read the purport. Because in the modern times people are not interested in religious path also. They are not interested in any experience, wisdom and guidance also. They just want to do on their own the things. That is another reason that they don't want to value the old people and they discard them. Read further.
In the system of the Varnashram institution, there are many principles of the religious traditions to help members of the family grow properly and attain spiritual values.
Wait. Minute to pay attention. So Varnashram means four Varnas and four Ashramas. And for each of the category, there are scriptural principles. Scriptural principles means religious principles. Whenever scriptures talk about religion, it doesn't refer to the human-made religion, Brahmana, human-made religion like Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, like that. No. Religion means scriptural principles. Religion means which uplifts you towards higher discipline, towards your responsibility to higher personalities, which uplifts you on the path of spirituality. That is religion. So, for different varna and ashram, there are religious principles, and if you follow those religious principles, what is the benefit? Then family members, they are attaining spiritual values and they grow properly in cultivating these spiritual values. So that is the purpose of religion. Purpose of religion is not to increase. Purpose of religion is not to increase the people in my group. That's what people think in the that our community should increase. Don't try to expand externally, try to expand internally. So purpose of religion is to change your heart with good spiritual values. So that is the purpose of religion. And for different varnas and ashram, different principles are told. Different varna and ashramas, they all refer to different modes. Like Shudra people, they are very much in mode of ignorance. Kshatriya people and Vaishya are in mode of passion. Brahmanas are in goodness, according to different rules and regulation for them. So they are religious principles, and by following their religious principles, they grow in spiritual values. Read further.
The elder members are responsible for such purifying processes in the family, beginning from birth to death.
Yes. So these religious principles are practiced and begin before the birth through Garbhadan Sanskar and continue after death through last rites. Read further.
But on the death of the elder members, such family traditions of purification may stop, and the remaining younger family members may develop irreligious habits and thereby lose their chance for spiritual salvation. Therefore, for no purpose should the elder members of the family be slain.
Yes. So elderly people are responsible to help other family members to practice these religious principles, and in their absence, everything will stop. Next verse. अधर्माभिभवात् कृष्ण प्रदुष्यन्ति कुलस्त्रिया स्त्रीषु दुष्टासु वार्ष्णेया जायते वर्णसंकरा. Read the translation.
When irreligion is prominent in the family, O Krishna, the women of the family become polluted, and from the degradation of the womanhood, or descendant or of Krishna, Vrishni, comes unwanted progeny. progeny.
Yeah. So when irreligion is prominent in the family, all the family members will become polluted. Not only women, everyone. But women are highlighted here. So why women are highlighted? Anyone who is important is highlighted, isn't it? Let's say some bomb blast took place and 20 people died. Among those 20 people, let's say a minister died. So that will be highlighted that the minister died in the bomb blast, isn't it? So, like that, because he's important person. So, like that, women are important person. Women are very important. Why women are important? Because the future generation which comes, women has major role to play in bringing up the good character of future generation. Women has major role to play. That is why women is very important. So since women has major role to play in developing the character of future generation, So it is important that women's character should be very much protected. Men's character also should be protected, but if we compare men and women, women has major influence to guide the character of future generation. That is why women's character is important to be protected. And that is why Arjuna is saying if irreligion is prominent in the family, women will become polluted because they are not practicing religion. And if women are degraded, they are not practicing religion, then naturally their children will be degraded. So, to protect women character is highly important in a civilized society more than men. And that is why women are given high protection in the civilized society. Just like the king is given high protection, similarly, women are given the high protection in the society. And that is why women would not go alone anywhere. Just like king will not go alone anywhere. He requires protection. Prime minister will not go alone anywhere. Can he go alone anywhere? He cannot. He cannot say that why are you restricting my freedom? No, you have accepted this position of being the prime minister of the country. So you require higher protection, and you have to accept this restriction that you cannot go alone. You cannot go anywhere alone. So similarly, women cannot go anywhere alone, according to the Vedic civilization, because she is a very important personality and she requires high protection. And that is why all the different rules and regulations of the Vedic civilization are there, which are misunderstood in the modern society. And this misunderstanding is given by the people, those who have misunderstood the deep wisdom behind the scriptural principles. So women are given the highest protection like the king in the Vedic society. And thus they are not supposed to go out alone. They are always supposed to go together with others. They are always given high protection, just like the king. And that is why it is said in the scriptures that women should always remain under the shelter of father, husband, or grown up son so that she remains protected. So, women has to be protected so that future generation remains good. And if women is not protected, women becomes freed and thus become loose, then it will have bitter impact in the whole society. And that is what we find. You find as the generation is progressing, loss of character, loss of values, more and more sinful activities. It's all because of this. Because we are not protecting women, because we are not valuing the religion. So, more we value the religion, more the women are protected, better the society will be. Okay. So the scriptural principle that protect old people, protect women, protect cows is highly important. Protect brahmanas, very important. And protect who else? Women and protect children. Women, cow, children, old people, brahmana. Yes. These five people, if you are protecting properly with the principle of religion, society will be protected.
society will remain good. In the modern society, cows are not protected, old people are not taken care properly, and brahmanas not existing at all, isn't it? Just you are born in what brahmana family doesn't make you brahmana at all. So brahmana not existing, old people are not taken care, and women are not protected in the modern society, and cows are not protected. And as far as protection of children is concerned, people don't understand what is protection of children. They think that if we are providing toys and whatever is bodily needful, that means they are taking care of children, protecting the children. No, that is not protecting children. You are simply protecting the gross body of the child, and that too not so properly. How many mothers are feeding their children till how many age? Isn't it very less, hardly 6 months? But different reasons maybe. But mother's milk is very good for the health of the child. That itself you are not able to provide. Then what kind of bodily protection are you offering? Isn't it? Child remains weak, and then that child is susceptible to so many sicknesses. Child's body is not so strong, like that. So we are not able to offer good protection to the children also. So protection is very much important, and these five personalities should be protected. Read further.
Good population in human society is the basic principle for peace, prosperity, and spiritual progress in life.
Yeah, good population means the population which is practicing religious principles according to scriptures. And if they are practicing religious principles, then naturally it will be peace. That means you are not fighting with each other. If you are practicing religious principles, then you will not be greedy. You will be concerned for others. You will not be selfish if you are practicing religious principles. Naturally, there will be peace. I'm not saying that if you are practicing religious principles, then you will be freed from problems. No, problem will be there. This is material world. But peace will be there. Yes, problem will be there. Still, you will be handling those problems with peacefulness. And prosperity will be there. Because you are practicing religion, demigods will be happy. And they will offer a lot of prosperity to you. And if you are practicing religion, naturally you will progress spiritually because religious principles are meant for that. So if you are practicing religion, you will get peace, prosperity, and spiritual progress. And everyone in the world wants prosperity, right? People think that if you do hard work, you will get prosperity. People think that if you do some cheating, you will get prosperity. No, these things don't bring prosperity. Only by practicing scriptural principles, you get prosperity. People may say, oh, that person is prosperous, he's not practicing any religious principles. Yes, he is not practicing religious principles in this life, but in the last life he must have practiced. That's why he is getting the fruits of that practices today. And because he is not practicing today, tomorrow he will suffer. So prosperity comes only by religious principles, and the topmost religious principles is devotion. You may say then, oh, Sudama Brahmana, he was so poor, isn't it? And so many other devotees, they are so poor. Yes, they are poor, agreed. But so they are not receiving prosperity by their devotional practices. Yes, agreed. They are receiving spiritual progress. They may not be receiving prosperity. They don't require prosperity. They are receiving spiritual progress. Lord knows whom to give what. Okay. So, if you are practicing religious principles, you get peace, prosperity, and devotional progress. Okay. So, that is the key. that we should practice scriptural principles, not just hard work. You know, it doesn't work ultimately. Read further.
The Varnashrama religion's principles were so designed that the good population would prevail in society for the general spiritual progress of state and community.
Yeah, if you practice religion, then good population. Read.
Such population depends on the chastity and faithfulness of its womanhood.
Yeah. So women should be good in character, then children will be good in character. So among all the good qualities of the women, chastity and faithfulness of women is highlighted here. Okay. Women should be chaste towards her husband, who is chaste, who should be chaste towards his spiritual master. Women should be chaste towards her husband, and husband should be chaste towards his spiritual master. Then it works. You know, if women is chaste towards the husband and husband is some demon, it's not going to work out. Women should be chaste, and the husband should also be chaste towards his spiritual guru. Then it works. You know. Consider husband is not chaste. Okay. Women is chaste. So women should be chaste towards the husband, and husband should be chaste towards the spiritual master, but husband is not chaste, so she should take the responsibility of being chaste towards the scriptures, spiritual master. But she should not become unchaste towards the husband unless some serious scriptural principles is being broken. So that is case to case, like that. For example, one lady was there. She was very chaste. I'm forgetting the name. She was very chaste towards the scriptural principles, very much devoted. Her husband was not a good character, very sinful. So she offered the prayers to Lord that he is committing such sinful activities. Please protect him, like that. So in this way, women should remain chaste towards both husband and scriptures. Husband is not chaste, so she should pray for her. She should try her best so that husband is reformed, like that. So women should be chaste and husband should be chaste. So if the chaste woman is chaste and faithful, then her children will also carry good character. That is wanted. Read further.
Such population depends on the chastity and faithfulness. Children are very prone to be misled. Women are similarly very prone to degradation.
Wait. Here women are compared to children. Principle is this, that everyone will degrade, even men will degrade. If the religion is not practiced, even men will degrade. But because here we are talking about women, women are important. So the talk is about women. So everything is spoken about women. Okay. That doesn't mean that it is only for women. Talk is about women, so women. Everything is about women, but it applies to men also. So as children are very prone to mislead, women are similarly very prone to degradation. So women are compared to children. Why? Children, they don't have high logical ability, right? Children are children. They don't have high logical ability. Only after child grows after the age of 10, then the logical reasoning, all these things come, isn't it? Before that, children are not able to question different reasonings. I think the education pattern should be also like that. Maybe after class fifth only, different scientific reasoning subjects come, isn't it? Like that. Before that, just the description like that. So only after a certain age, the logical ability develops in the children. So children do not have small children do not have a high logical ability. Women definitely have high logical ability. However, they have high emotional ability more than their logical ability. Every woman, they have high emotional ability more than their logical ability. A woman may be very intelligent, very sharp, very intelligent. There are many women who are very intelligent. But because their body is of women type, their emotional ability is more higher compared to their logical ability. Their emotional feelings will overpower their logical sense. Bring the situation, their emotional power, emotional sense will overcome their logical sense. So, because of this situation, that their logical sense takes the lower platform compared to emotional sense. That is why they're compared to children. Because in children also logical sense is not existing. It is lower compared to just the feelings. You understand? So like that. So that is why women are compared to children. So just like children are prone to mislead. Why they are prone to mislead? Some like children are very much uh, they may feel very much towards some sweets, some chocolates. Then some stranger will come and show something, and child will be attracted, and the child will go. Child is not thinking logically that fine, this is chocolate given to me, but who is giving the chocolate? This kind of logical sense child is not developing. Oh, he is getting the chocolate, isn't it? He will go. So he is being misled because of his feelings, isn't it? The same case may happen with the women also, that her emotional sense may overcome her logical sense and she may prone to degrade. That is why women are compared to children here. So, so she Prabhupada is stating that as children are very prone to mislead, women are similarly very prone to degradation. Okay. Very strong comments are given here in this purport, but we have to read these purport, these statements with broad mind. We don't have to be feeling unbiased about it. Read further.
Therefore, both children and women require protection by the elder members of the family.
Yes. So I said because they are important, that is the first reason. They're important, that is why they require protection. They should be given protection. And second reason is mentioned here, that because their emotional sense may overcome their own logical sense. It's not that they don't understand, they understand very well. But in the given situation, it is a possibility that their emotional sense may overcome their logical sense. That is why. So, because of these two reasons, they should be protected. And similarly for the children also. Read further.
By being engaged in various religious practices, women will not be misled into adultery.
Yeah. So they require protection. So protection is physically and mentally. Physical protection, yes, you be together with the people, just like Prime Minister. He is given physical protection. He is not given subtle protection. He is not given subtle protection. If we say a subtle protection, yes, he has advisory ministry from whom he will take advice. Similarly, how women will be given subtle protection so that his subtle body remains protected by practicing religious principles. You practice religious principles, your subtle body will be protected. What is subtle body protection? Bad feelings, bad character should not come into you. What is bad character? Being greedy, being angry, you know, being proud. All these things are being envious. All these things are bad character. So these things should not come in the women. So how to protect women from such bad character? Practice religious principles. Naturally, it will protect you. Okay. So if you are practicing religion, you will be protected. So who will guide you to practice religion? Elderly people. Like that. Read further.
According to Chanakya Pandit, women are generally not very intelligent and therefore not trustworthy.
Yeah. Again, this handle. I mean, we have to accept this statement very carefully. Very intelligent. Women are very intelligent. Yeah, when I was studying in IIT Kanpur, the top person in the whole India who ranked was women. The top person. Just I remembered her few weeks back, and I saw in the Google today everything is available. Who is where? She is in a very good position in a very big company. So like that, top position. So women are very intelligent, but still, because they're women, so their emotional sense is also very high. So, so women are very intelligent, but because their emotional sense may overcome their high intelligence, that is why Chanakya Pandit is saying that from that perspective they are not very intelligent. They are intelligent, but because their emotional sense will overcome their intelligence, that is why they are considered not very intelligent and thus not trustworthy. From this perspective only. Otherwise, they are very intelligent. Read further.
So the different family traditions of religious activities should always engage them, and thus their chastity and devotion will give birth to a good population eligible for participating in a Varnashram system.
Yeah, wait. So, because their emotional sense may overcome their logical sense, thus it requires they to be protected. Okay. So, subtle protection and gross protection. So, when they are practicing religion properly, they will be faithful towards the scriptural principles and they will be faithful towards their superiors who are guiding them the religious practices, right? So because they are practicing religion they are faithful, and at the same time their subtle body remains protected. And since they are faithful towards superiors, those superiors will protect them in the situation when their emotional sense will overcome their logical sense. You see, let's say my emotional sense is overcoming my logical sense, but at the same time, I am faithful towards my superior. and that superior is has good logical sense. So my emotional sense is overcoming my logical sense, but my emotional sense also includes my high faith towards that superior. So in that way I will protect it and I will follow his guidance. You understand? So like that it happens. So women's faith means women is highly emotional, and that highly emotional sense of women should be channelized towards high faith towards some superior who is nicely situated on spiritual platform. Then it works nicely. You may question why women are made like this with high emotional sense. For different functioning, different things are needed. You know. So high emotional sense is also needed for the needful functioning of the family. If only high logical sense is there, it doesn't work. High emotional sense is also required. You know. Otherwise, the functioning of the family will not go very smoothly. So emotional sense is very much necessary. That is why women are made like that. If everyone in the family, let's say, everyone in the family, just a mundane example, just some concocted example I'm giving. If everyone in the family wants to how to say, let's say if everyone in the family, everyone in the company wants to do administration, no one is to do some labor job, then it will not work. There should be someone who will do some, at least the cleaning of the office. So like that, different functioning in the family is also required. You know, children are small, and if you have high logical sense, you will not be able to handle children properly. For small children to handle properly, you require high emotional sense, and mother can offer that much high emotional sense. Father may not be able to offer that much, and it is a practical reality that father is not able to offer that much high emotional sense compared to mother, and that is the need of the child. So it's required mother to have high emotional sense. So whatever God has made is perfectly right. We should adjust ourselves to that perfect rightness. We should not try to mold it, change it, and try to try to try to undermine our role, or try to not accept our role properly and copy someone else's role. It doesn't work then. You are simply creating disturbance in the family and the society then, and that is what is happening in the modern times. Women are not practicing their role properly, and then it has effect on the whole family, and that is families are getting destroyed. Upbringing of the children is not happening properly. Read further.
On the failure of such Varnashrama dharma, naturally the woman became free to act and mix with men, and thus adultery is at the risk of unwanted population.
Yeah. So if you are not practicing the religious principles, then you are not faithful towards your superiors, your scriptures. Then what will happen? If you are not faithful to your superiors, then you will act freely. So women becomes free to act and mix with men, and thus adultery and unwanted population. It is happening. Okay. Read further.
Irresponsible men also provoke and drain society, and thus unwanted children flood the human race at the risk of war and
And pestilence.
pestilence.
Yeah. So yes, women's good character is very much necessary. Men's good character is also very much necessary. That's what Shilpa Prabhupada is saying. Irresponsible men also provokes such adultery. If the woman is not practicing scriptural principles, she becomes cause of the adultery, and irresponsible men who do not practice religion, they also become the cause of adultery, and the unwanted children then come in the society. To give birth to child is a very high responsibility, and it has to be exercised with following of good scriptural principles. Otherwise, that child will cause trouble to you itself. If we have not given birth to child with the following of good scriptural principles, not given upbringing of that child with God, the following of good scriptural principles, we will be in trouble. So, giving birth to children is a very high responsibility, and for that purpose, that good children are born. The whole varnashram system is set up in such a way that first of all, good marriages should take place. For giving birth to good children, good marriage should take place. And for giving birth to good marriage, good training of the girl and boy should take place. And for that good training of girl and boy, the whole good education system, according to the scriptures, is there. Girls are trained by the mothers, according to the Vedic society. Girls are trained by mothers, and boys are trained in the Gurukul in the austere situation. In the Gurukul, you don't get the luxury of the palace. So boys are trained like that in the Gurukul. So in this way, when girls are trained nicely, boys are trained nicely, and marriage takes place nicely, properly, with all good consideration, then you expect the good children. So like that. But nowadays, the whole training itself is weak. So how can you expect? Anyway, we have to do whatever best possible in the corrupted society. So practice bhakti, practice principles of bhakti nicely, whatever Sri Prabhupada has taught us, and we will try to bring the best outcome by Krishna's grace. Read further. Oh, that is over. Yeah. See, important point. So unwanted children flood the human race at the risk of war and pestilence. If unwanted children are there, bad children are there with bad character, then that becomes the cause of war. That becomes the cause of all different problems in the society. So war is taking place. Mahabharat war took place. Why? Because of the bad character of Duryodhana. Or, in the Ramayana war took place. Why? Because of the bad character of Ravan. So today war is taking place in some country because of bad character people. That's all. Hey, Mother Earth is providing for everyone's need. No one is lacking as such. So much Mother Earth can provide. But we, out of our greed, um, try to collect so much, preserve so much for ourselves that we do not allow other person to get it. And we preserve so much, we collect so much that it becomes spoiled. We are also not able to consume that much, and other person is suffering. And when other person is suffering, why he will keep quiet? He will also fight, and the war takes place. Krishna told Duryodhan, just give 5 small villages to the Pandavas. Not much. Just 5 small villages. That much Duryodhan was not able to give. War took place. So Mother Earth is providing for everyone's need, but not for even one man's greed. So if good children are there, then at least this much good character is there, that I have this much. Let me give that much to other. What is the problem? So even that much human sense is not remaining in the modern times. So naturally, war takes place. So that is the issue. That when bad children are there, war takes place. Read next verse. Sankaro narkayaiva kulagnanan cha patanti pitaro yeshang lupta pindo dakakriyaha. Read translation.
An increase of unwanted population certainly causes hellish life, both for the family and for those who destroy the family tradition. The ancestors of such corrupt families fall because the performances of offering them food and water are entirely stopped.
Yeah. So if children are there who are not practicing religion, not practicing religion means practicing sinful activity. Either you will practice religion or you will practice sin. That's all. There is nothing in between. So if you are practicing sin, what will the destination? Hell. So they themselves will go to hell, and the ancestors, they will also suffer the hell. Why? Ancestors, why they will suffer the hell? Because it's, it's not that the ancestor will suffer the hell, but consider the case that ancestor is suffering the hell because of his sinful deed. At least myself can practice religion and offer the religious benefit to my ancestor and protect him from the hell. That doesn't happen. When children are practicing irreligion, they are not able to offer religious credits to their ancestors, and they continue to suffer in the hell. Okay. So an increase of unwanted population, irreligious population causes hellish life for the ancestors. Okay. And they also will suffer hell because they are not practicing religion. They are destroying the family tradition. So ancestor suffers and they themselves suffer. Thus the whole family suffers. Because performances of offering them food and water is entirely stopped. What food and water should be offered to the ancestors? The religious food or prasad. You offer prasad to your ancestor. Just by honoring prasad, they will be freed from the hellish suffering. So honoring prasad is so important. You are protecting yourself from hell. That is why you should eat only prasad. Krishna, honoring prasad is so important that in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Krishna is talking about prasad. He says in the third chapter, Yajna Shishta Shina Santo Muchante Sarvakil Vishay Bhunjate Te Tvaghang Papa Ye Pachanti Atma Karanat. The one who is eating for his enjoyment, for his son's gratification, for his own need, he is eating sin. Bhunjate te tvaghang papa ye pachanti atma karanat. And the one who is offering food to the Lord and honoring that prasad, Yagdishashtashana Santo, Muchante Sarvakil Vishay, is freed from all the sins. Freed from all the sins means freed from hell. So just by honoring prasad, you are protecting yourself from hell. So such a simple activity. So that is why offering prasad to our ancestors is very important. So offer food and water. First offer it to Lord and then offer to them. They will be freed from the sins. They will be freed from hell. So because children are not practicing religion, so they will not offer food and water to ancestors. Children are so bad in the modern times that first of all they don't take care of the old people in the family. They put the old people in the old age home, and old age home gives the message that your father has died. Please take the body, do the final rites. They say, I will send you the money. It's a true story. I will send you the money, you please take care. It is happening. So, like that, agencies are there. Agencies are there to take care of my departed relatives. Just like nowadays, agencies are there to celebrate the birthday of my child. Agency will do everything. You just come and show yourself. Agencies are there like that. They will do everything. Similarly, agencies are there to take care of your departed relatives. You don't have to do anything. You just have to pay the money. So like that. So if such thing is there, agency is not going to do the religious rites. They are concerned about money. Why they will do? And if you say that okay, take this money and do the religious rites, what kind of faith they have? They are just doing mechanically. No faith. And if no faith is there, then Krishna doesn't accept. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati. Bhakti, devotion, faith. You cannot bring the faith by giving money. Faith will come only by practicing faith. So, by money, it doesn't work. So, their ancestors do not get the prasad, food, and water, and thus they remain in the hell. So, the irreligious population they remain in the hell and their ancestors remain in the hell, and the future generation they will also I mean, if the parents are irreligious, how you expect the children to be religious? Very rare, like Prahlad, very rare. Others, mostly children will also be religious. Oh, my father was like that. I know the cases. Father is drinking and the child is also drinking. I know the case. How I know? The brother of that child comes to me and he says to me that my brother drinks and my father drinks. So, like that. So, it's a special child that he is not drinking. Very rare case, but mostly it happens that parents are a bit spoiled, so children are spoiled. Mostly it happens. So, like that. So, future generation goes to hell, current generation goes to hell, and the past generation suffering in the hell. So, that's what Arjuna is saying here. So, stop now. We should practice bhakti and protect ourselves from the hell and others from the hell. So on Sunday there will be Rath Yatra, and Rath Yatra will be going through this road only, and 60,000 packets of prasad will be distributed in the whole journey. So 60,000 people will be protected from hell. Okay, like that. Of course, it will be raining. Hope we pray that it should not rain. Let's see. Okay. Thank you. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Anyone has any question to ask?